Today we are going to learn about servlet filters using annotation. How we can develop our servlet application using annotations. Okay. So in the last class, we have developed our application by using the filters. The normal approach we have used there. We have seen like how we can configure servlet filters using deployment descriptor, that is of.xml, and in that how the incoming request coming to the servlet and how we can capturing the incoming request, right? So based on the URL. Okay, here today we are going to quickly we are going to develop this application by using annotation. So for that we have created the application, created the basic structure of the application. Now here what I'm going to do, I will make it simple. Okay, so I will take one form field. Form name is okay, filter form. Okay, some name. Method is equals to post, and action is nothing but that URL is filter. Okay, this is the form I have taken, and here in this name only username I will take. Nothing much to nothing much. Why? Because I want to show how it will work in the with the help of annotations. Okay, input type input input type uh, text input type text, and name is equals to username. Okay, here br, and input type submit value equal to submit. Okay, this is the form we have taken, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to develop our servlet, filter servlet. So display servlet. Okay, display servlet only to display the username, nothing much. Extends http servlet. Okay, so here first we'll write uh, the annotation for the what is the URL. Okay, URL is nothing but slash what is that filter. There in the form we have given filter, right? You can see this is where filter we have given, so same URL we need to give. Okay, this is the one we have to give, and what else we have to give? We have to override alt insert override the method do post method will override, and here we'll write some display code, uh, response dot set, so set content type text slash html. Okay, and print writer is equal to response dot get writer. Okay, this is the things we have written, and we will capture the request username. User is equals to request dot get parameter. What is that key? Username. Okay, the request will come with the with this name. Okay, so then we'll print that user. Okay, user, who is the user is equal to user. Okay, this is the user, and finally what we will do, we will close that. Just displaying purpose I am doing that. Only simple message only to display who is the user only we are doing, but our thing is like we want to implement how we can work with the annotation. Okay, exception e out e. Okay, code is done, this one, and again we'll write, you can make one more separate package called filter, but here in the same package I'm developing the filter. Okay, java, this is filter my filter, to make the our class as a acts as a filter. So what we have to do, we have to implement from filter interface. Filter, that is nothing but from the Jakarta servlet. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to implement method. Which method? Do filter method. Okay, so to make here the agenda is like we have to work with the annotation. So to make the class as a filter, this one we can do at the annotation so that it will act as a filter. That is uh, wave filter. Wave filter. Okay, wave filter. This is the wave filter. What it will do? We are providing the URL pattern, right? So URL pattern is nothing but URL patterns. It will be array. So how many URL pattern it will for that it will work. Okay. So what it will do? We'll provide slash star. So for any request it will take. If any URL is there, then we can provide by separating by comma. Okay, that we can do. And this is one parameter of the web filter. Then what is the servlet names? Okay, servlet names, for which servlet it should work. So we have the display servlet, so it should work for display. Okay, for the okay, so we have to keep inside the we have to keep inside double quote. Okay, so if we have any other servlet, that also we can provide for xyz servlet is there, so we want to provide. Okay, that also we can provide. Many things also we can provide. For the simplicity, we are keeping only one servlet. If any other servlet you can provide, and other parameters also there, but let it make it simple. Okay, so what I'll do, I will write gen dot to filter request response. Okay, here my thing is like I will count the here two functionality, two use case I want to implement. First thing, what is the incoming request is coming, that we have already developed, and I want to count how many visitor is visiting this application. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll make is static int count equals to 0. By default it will be 0. So what it will do, once it will come, then I'll make it count plus plus. Okay, so this one what I can do, I can print sysout total visitors. Total visitors is equals to plus total visitor equal to plus what we can do, I can do plus plus count. Okay, so this will count our visitor. Whatever the incoming request will come, like that it will capture, and it will count that is nothing, whatever the incoming request is coming, that is our visitors. Okay, so that we will capture here. And incoming request is nothing but string incoming URI. Okay, this one we have already developed in our last application. This is http servlet request. Okay, so what I'll do, I will what I'll do, I will here I'll in the bracket, and here I'll pass the request. Again I will bind dot get request URI. Here we will get the request URI, and I'll print the incoming URI incoming URI is the incoming URI. Okay, fine. So this is only that this much things we want to do. Only our things is like we have used the annotations, and we are counting the number of visitors. Okay, so simple. So let me run this application. Okay, so this is servlet servlet filters using annotation. Okay, fine. Apply, run. So it will and the server is getting started. So once it is deployed, we can check how many visitors we have, and oh, John is the this one we have given. And if I give another request, this is Smith to another request from. Okay, so you can see we have seen 6 visitors. We have given 3 requests, but it is counting visitor is 6, twice it is making. Okay, so incoming request, this one, total count, total visitor is equal to count if incoming URI dot contents slash filter, then if incoming request contain the filter, then what I will do, I will print this this one, I will print as the count. Okay, mm, only that, and this incoming request also I will print inside this. Okay, these two things I want to print here. Okay, I'll made that. Let me run this now. Okay, we'll see, because this filter, it is whatever we are giving 3 times, but we are getting 6 visitors. It is not good actually. So this is also like the base URL. It is also coming while deploying the application. So what I want, like whenever this filter it matches, then we'll count that. Okay. So what I'll do, I will go here, and again I can give 1, 2. Okay, 2 times. Let me try. Okay, so this time from, and we'll submit this one time we have submitted, and here right, one time, 2 times we have submitted. Okay, 2 times we have submitted. Let's see, total number of visitors is 2, and incoming URI is filter, and this is the filter. So this is how we can make a number of visitors. Okay, so before, what it is doing, it is we are not filtering out. So that is all together is how you develop your code. Okay, so here I have filtered, if the incoming request is slash filter, then count the number of visitors. So whatever the URL you have, you can configure if else kind of things, or switch case, any how you can develop your code. Okay, so that doesn't matter. But here the things we learned is like how we can develop our code filter by using the servlet, like the servlet annotations web filter. Okay, this will act as filter. No need to configure this web.xml. Okay, whatever the web.xml, I have not configured anything, you can see. Okay, so another things I forgot to tell you in the last whenever I develop explaining the normal filter. So we can disable. I already told the theory, but I have not shown practically. So if you want to close the means filter should not comes into picture whenever whenever there is a requirement, we should disable our filter. So what we can do, we can go to this web.xml, and we can remove or uncomment comment that filter, this one. Okay, so like we have a filter we need to configure. So what we can do, we can remove directly, or we can comment this one. So it will not affect our code, it will not work. But here, in whenever we are using annotation, what we can do, we can only simply comment this one, and remaining code will be same. What we'll do, let me restart this, whatever the it will coming the showing, this SOP, it will not come. That means filter is working properly. Filter is not, the whenever we are running our application, like it is not considering the filter. Whenever we are giving the request directly going to the servlet, not through the filter. Okay, we will see. So what I'll do, same thing, we can test it here. So, and here, mm, Tommy is the user. Okay, submit. So user is Tommy. We saw that user is Tommy. Let's see servlet. Now let's see, as we have commented this filter, so you are not able to see any kind of message for the self filter code. Here it was displaying before, but now we are not able to see any kind of code here. That means the filter is disabled. What you learned here, like whenever we want the filter code should be enabled, we can enable. Whenever we want how to disable that, we simply comment that annotation. But in case of web.xml, we can comment that filter configurations. Okay, so I hope this whenever you are developing your real-time application, so you might have come across in this scenario like how many visitors you want to display, means how many requests it come to your applications, like in like this kind of stuff, so you can develop whenever you are developing your application. Okay, that's all for this video. We'll come up with a new video in the next class. Okay, thank you.